Hello. It's us.
It's
We're
us.
back.
We're back. Woohoo!
I know.
And we're alive.
3 months.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months.
Yes.
So.
Of recovery.
So this is Flosstube number 36. It is October 8, 2023. And we're Holly and Anita of Shine.sparkle.stitch. If you're new, welcome.
Welcome. We're so glad
And-
you're here.
And everyone who has been patiently waiting for our return. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
So,
And hey, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for your comments. They always mean so much to us. I just want to reiterate that. We haven't said that for a while, but we really do love hearing from you. So thanks. We're glad to be back.
3 months.
It feels like a long time.
Eventful 3 months.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So-
What's been going on with you?
Well, okay. Yeah. So I had a surgery July 5th, the day after July 4th. And everything went really well. Recovery went well. 2 weeks afterwards, I couldn't believe how well I felt. I didn't realize how badly I was feeling until I experienced feeling good. And so that was really an important eye-opener for me. But yeah, my gallbladder didn't need it. So it's all good.
Bye-bye.
So I did have to have a follow-up procedure, and now it's all good. So, and
And me. I had both of my knees replaced. I had the left one replaced on July 10th and the right one replaced on July 11th.
Oh.
And yeah, it's been a lot. Both of them. At my follow-up appointment, the nurse practitioner with my surgeon looked at me and said, I get it. I understand why you chose to do it this way, but I still think you're crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I am. But it just made sense for me to let's knock it all out at the same time. Let's just get her done. So they can't do both on the same day because of insurance. So one on Monday, one on Tuesday, and I was in the hospital until Friday of that week. And then what a blessing. My insurance covered inpatient rehab. And so I was at inpatient rehab until the end of July, and that was awesome. I had physical therapy and occupational therapy every single day. And my day was scheduled for me. Like I would be presented with a schedule in the morning of what my day was how it was laid out. So it was so good to have that push because you hurt so much and there's no way you really want to move. And you have to. So yeah, my recovery has been amazing because I was able to do that. So I'm grateful. I move slow. I can't walk as fast as I did before yet, but I'm walking unaided, no cane, no walker. I can bend. Took a long time for me to get the bend. That took a lot of work.
I remember the day she says, I can come pick you up. I'm like, no. What do you mean? Oh, I can drive now. No. No. Like you've done remarkably well.
It's really, yeah. I still have pain, which is hard. That gets really tiring, but they say it's going to take at least a year before everything's fully healed, which makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of trauma that happened in there to have new knees. So yeah, it'll take some time. I go back to work tomorrow.
Yay! So excited.
So
for
yeah,
you.
I'm a little nervous because I think I'm gonna be really tired, but it's okay. So you gotta step back at some point. So tomorrow is the day, and going back partial I will go back just for 4 hours each day this week.
Okay.
And then the following week will be 6 hours. And then the following week will be 8 hours until I'm up to my 10-hour shifts again. So, yeah.
Wow. And I'm back to work.
Yeah. Surprise!
So I was at family reunion in Portland, Maine. Roy's Shoe Shop on Stevens Avenue just celebrated 100 years being open. And so I was there for that.
And what's your connection to Roy's Shoe Shop,
Oh.
Anita?
What? So my great-grandfather started Roy's Shoe Shop. Then my grandfather ran it. And then a wonderful man that worked for him as a teenager on up purchased the company, I believe in maybe 81. So it's, you know, the second family owns it, and it was just a delight. It was a delight to hang out with them, my own family. And so one day I was at the Portland Head Lighthouse, which had a lot of meaning to my dad when he was young, for a variety of reasons. And I was there just reminiscing and thinking about things, and I get a text that says, "Hey, are you able to sub for 12 weeks?" I said, "No." I'm busy, you know, I'll get back to you. And then in the middle of the night, I said, well, maybe. And then the next day I talked with my husband, and I said, yeah, I think I need to do this. So I think it goes back to the gallbladder situation. Like when I resigned from teaching, did I do it for all the right reasons? Or was I just not feeling well? And so I agreed, and it's been an amazing experience. Oh, goodness. It's just goodness every single day. However, I do know I made the right decision. But I feel so lucky I was in a position to step in and help my coworker when she needed somebody to step in.
Yeah.
So I flew back and started just a few days later, and I believe I'll be working maybe up to Thanksgiving, probably at a part-time basis though at some point. But it's been good, but whew, the stamina. I don't know how I did it before. I come home, I just zonk out. Like I'll just take like a 2-hour nap. I get up, I just stumble around for a while, and then I'm back to bed again. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And so the stitching was going really well, and then but the shopping continued. So we will share that at the end of the video.
And you know what's hilarious is that I will mention something, patterns or a sale or something, and she'll say, nope, I'm at saturation.
I'm at saturation.
However, when she started pulling out her acquisitions,
So
apparently not.
I have this basket that I just kind of load up because I know, oh, someday Holly and I will tape, and I'll just have it all ready. It's there in the basket. And so this morning I was like, okay, let's pull it out and see what's there. I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
A little hand slap there. Hey, share your mug, and then we'll get to the real topic of this Flosstube video, which is cross stitch.
Cross stitch. Yes. Here's mine. You are my sunshine. I don't remember if I've shared this one before. My mom actually picked this redone mug up for me at TJ Maxx. And it made me so happy because I remember when I was dating my husband many years ago. We've been married for 26 years. And we were just teenagers when we dated. And I asked him to sing me a song, and he sang "You Are My Sunshine." And then that became my nickname. And so he would call me Sunshine. So I was like, oh, perfect. I love this.
26 years?
Married.
Honeymooners.
I'm sure my husband doesn't feel that way.
Oh, no. And then I brought this design. It is called Whopper Whale. And this is a vintage mug. I found it not too long ago, and it's by a company called Taylor and Ing. And they were popular, their designs like in the 70s and 80s. And this design, Mr. Whopper Whale, is from 1981. So the reason I picked it up, I couldn't move fast enough, and there were two. And my grandson just loves whales and sharks, whales and sharks. But everything's like big whale, you know, or little whale. And he'll see me. He saw me yesterday and he's like, swim. You know, he's like, we've got all the moves down, you know. So I even told my daughter, I says, you need whopper whales in your life. Why don't you take the two whales? And she goes, safety risk. We're gonna have hot coffee. He's gonna want the mug. So she says, you keep it for now. But isn't that just adorable? Look at him.
So cute.
There's two, right? I have one other
boat.
mug from this company, and it's an owl, and it's really adorable. But
Did you know that when you picked these up that you already had one of theirs? Ah,
I remember their design. Honeymooners. I actually remember when I look up the company name, I remember.
oh my goodness!
seeing
I'm
the
gonna have to look it up.
patterns.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm not that young.
So, almost 12 minutes in, and here's cross stitch. All right, we've got finishes.
We do.
I didn't think I had any, and then this morning I'm like, oh, I remember now.
Right.
But do you want to go, or you want
Sure.
me to
I either.
go? Okay, I'll go really quick because. Okay, so for my famous future coffee bar, I have Heart and Hand, Coffee Bird, and he is done.
And he's so cute.
And that's on 36 count. I have, as part of my Fabulous 6 Blackbird Design Starts to celebrate my 60th birthday back in May. This is Sweet Summer Come Again. And there's my finish.
So sweet. I have to stitch this.
That's really. And then I really like the colors here. So when I went to do Love by Carriage House Sampling, I decided to trade out Lettuce Leaf and Meadow Green by Crescent Colors to Clay Pot and Cayenne are the two colors I chose. And that's how it turned out.
So cute.
So the windows are supposed to be filled in with that dark brown color, but the brown was too close to the red, and when you looked away from it, it just was kind of such a solid. So that's why I did not stitch the windows. Didn't fill them in. And I put the year that I was born. That was
Love it.
super cool.
Love
And then
it.
finally, I'm just
Oh, there it is.
a future drum, but right now it's in my finished drawer. Winter White by Summer House Stitchworks, and that's what the pattern looks like. And there, oh,
Oop.
well, there we go. It's been in the basket. And there's the finish.
That is so sweet.
So it's
Love
kinda
it.
It's smaller, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's really sweet.
it's going to be really nice. And I bought the finishing kit, so I have
Oh,
the
all the business.
yeah,
the
it would
chenille
look
trim
like
and
this. Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah. So I did have finishes. And then I went back to work. Nothing.
And you know how to finish a drum, so
I do.
yeah,
So someday.
yeah,
That will
soon,
happen.
maybe, hopefully. Well, You can imagine it took me a little bit to start stitching again. Just because when you hurt, it's hard to concentrate on something. But then it can also be a welcome distraction. So eventually, while I was at inpatient rehab, I picked up Tomato Row because I thought that would just be a perfect little ditty to work on, just something small and simple. And it's so cute, isn't it? Look at those tomatoes, they're so darling. And so I chose to do it on this piece of toweling that I got at the Stitchery Nook, and it just turned out so sweet. I really love it. I did the called for colors, but I did change like the color that's stitched under the tomatoes, this little border stitch. I picked a different color for that from the colors given. So yeah, I love how it turned out. This toweling was really fun to stitch on. Easy. It's just over one. Yeah.
And the Stitchery Nook has different colors available.
They do. You can get all different kinds of colors. We were there recently, and I saw they had white with a green trim, and I saw orange trim and blue. There were, they had several options. So try this out with something. It's really fun. I liked it. And I have enough that I could probably stitch another one, which is awesome. So I may do that. So there's Tomato Row by October House. And then I just really needed some happy in my life. And so I pulled out my Stitch Some Happy.
Hands-on design.
Yes. This is 32 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. It's the 32 count Lugana 1/2.
And the coverage is amazing.
Isn't it great?
It's very good.
I love it. Love, love, love it. I thought it turned out so, so sweet. So, yay. Love that. Then we we had
this one.
I know. This makes me so happy. So, I think it was over a year ago. It was over a year ago that Anita started this one, and I had really intended to start it too, but I think you started it maybe like in spring or summer, and for me it was kind of a fall stitch, and so I just kind of waited and put it off, and then someone was talking about starting this. We were invited to a friend's retreat at the Stitchery Nook over Labor Day weekend, and we were talking about having like a retreat start. And so I grabbed Sir Dandy. And here he is. Isn't he cute? I just love him. He makes me so happy. And I too, Anita had stitched the To Thine Own Self Be True. And so I wanted that too, because I just feel like he's such a great reminder to just get out there and stretch your stuff.
Right.
Be you and be proud of who you are. And so, yeah. So there's supposed to be a little bird on top of this flower. After the fact, I wished I had raised that flower up a little bit higher, because I chose not to stitch the other bird because I just wanted the focus to be on him. And I did use, this is Winter Brew, 40 count, Winter Brew by R&R.
Oh, pretty.
And I had some of the NPI silks that were called for this, but not all. And I just thought it would be fun to pull some of those out. I love stitching with silk. So it's a combination of NPIs and DMC.
We're going to have to get you a crown. Are you supposed to have a crown when you stitch with silk?
I don't know about that, but
Caroline, from the attic.
Oh,
Doesn't she wear a crown at times?
does she?
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
super
cute. That's adorable. I guess I need one.
Carolyn.
And then, yeah, there's more. I know. I'm so happy. So,
This is really pretty.
this one I finished about a week ago. This is Autumn Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And the called for is pumpkin pie, by Color and Cotton, which I did not have. And so I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to look. When I was at the Nook in early September, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to look and find some thread that I like. And so I picked Fallen Leaves by Classic Colorworks. And you'll notice I have two different skeins because they're two different dye lots, but I played with that. So here is, I still need to cut it off my big piece of fabric, but here it is. On 32 count Heartly End by Picture This Plus,
So
1/2. And I love how it turned out. I love, love, love it. Just to pause before, oh yeah, this is the last finish I had to show you. I don't know if you watched Colorado Cross Stitcher's latest video, but Sherry has a great conversation about color. And so I just thought this was such a great example of having two different dye lots of floss. You can tell this one is much more of a rusty red, and this one is much more orangey. And so I was very selective about where I stitched my colors because I knew that I wanted my pumpkins to be orange, but then I had that real red rusty color too. And so like you can see with my sunflower over here, I kind of stuck to the orange with the petals, but did the rust in the center and around the outside edge. So there were times where I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, whatever the thread does, that's what we'll go with. And then other times where I was really specific about my color, or I would tend to use the red or rust color for any little motif that looked like a heart. I tended to make all of the hearts in that deeper rust color. So yeah, it was just a really fun way to play with the color. So yeah, don't be afraid to do that and to just take your different dye lots and play with them and throw them in there together. It's really fun. I had mentioned to Sherry on her video that in the past, Anita and I had talked about this. In the past, we were always really afraid to mess with the colors because in our mind, the designer is the expert.
Right.
And who are we to switch it?
Yeah, it took a few years for me to veer off the path.
To feel brave enough to do that. But I just want to encourage you. I was telling Sherry that in my conversation that, like the designer is the expert. And her comment back to me, I loved. She said, remember, you are the expert of what you love. And that's so true. It's so true. And so do what you love. And the great thing is that these designers, they're so gifted. They give us these roadmaps for beautiful things that we get to create. But they love when people take their designs and use different colors or change things up. So go for it. And don't be afraid to do that, because I did that here and I love what transpired. It turned out great. So anyway, that is a super fun stitch. So
and on the same fabric, she has another cutie patootie stitch.
I do, but it's a whip. So
it's a whip.
I'll wait until we talk whips.
Oh, it's so adorable.
Yeah. So there you go. There's my little chat with you about color. Oh, and I should mention, I'm wearing my shirt that says Snuggle Weather, because
it's cooling down.
Yeah,
It
which
is
makes me
cooling down.
happy. I love it.
I have a cowl now, and at first I was like, okay, let's just, it's like, no. So, one more finish.
Oh yes, I love
And I
this
did
one
post
so
this
much.
on Instagram. But I had purchased this sign, Home Sweet Home, and what did the other side say?
The other side says "Glad you're here."
Glad you're
so
here.
it's one of the, it's kind of a little spinner thing.
So, but as I spin mine, there's my finish. And so I took one of the smaller designs from the garden club, Blackbird Designs, and did most of it exactly like the chart. I left out a couple little sparkles and then put my name there instead of the county
Yeah.
or the county I'm from, and then put it on there. And that wasn't so easy. Like, I'm not a finisher. So I'm like, oh yes, I knew how to do lace it on the board. So then I thought, I'm just going to glue the dots around and then just glue it, right on. No. It looked so bad. And so I had to go and I had to sew every one of those pom-poms on. So I had to put a stitch between each one so that it would follow the line of the fabric instead of yeah. And then I just loaded it with the glue and put it on because I'm not going to take this off again. I'm not going to do the magnet washer thing. No, this spins, it's going to be traveling with me. It just needs to stay put. So I do want to find a different design here, be back in 10 minutes or something. Maybe, Shine, Sparkle, Anita. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, so often when you go to a retreat, I like to meander around, see what people are working on. And also people meander around and are gifting people with things too. Mm-hmm. And when somebody's not there, they just lay it on the table and keep on going. And as I'm going through, I'm like, oh, who's working here? Whose beautiful work is this? So it'd be so nice if we all had a table label,
right.
Something that says, this is my spot, this is my name. I know so many stitchers have done them for a name tag.
Right.
It'd be nice to have I don't know.
Yeah.
We need a catchy name for it.
Yeah.
And this is just one idea. So anything you have, any vintagey item you have, like an antique little ceramics or whatever, anything that you can attach something with your name on it and just leave it there. So when you walk away and people are walking by, they know that's your work there.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I'm so excited to make mine.
So there it is.
So cute.
Yeah, so that was a finish.
So what glue did you use to attach?
Aleene's glue.
Okay, tacky glue.
A lot of it. It's not coming off. It's not coming off.
I love it.
I was thinking of a hot glue, but I think Aleene's sticks better long term. I could be wrong, but
I was wondering too, so let's say your name is here. Will you have the other design on the back flip this way so it covers here?
Oh, see, that's
or
good
do you
idea.
think
so the
you know what I
people on
mean?
the other side from you aren't looking at something upside down?
Well, or you're not, because you're probably gonna have your name facing out, right?
No, I always have
toward
it,
you.
Yeah, I always have it toward me, so when I leave and somebody walks by,
Okay.
you see.
So then that way the person
On the other side
on the
of
other
you.
side doesn't see this upside down. They see something pretty on the other side.
It should be that the other side should say, glad you're here. Glad to share a table with you.
That's true.
Something.
You could do that. And then,
Yeah.
I have to think on that.
So that's a finish.
Super cute. I love, love, love it. How about some whips?
No.
Yes, you do. You have stitched since the last time we were here. Maybe not lately, but you have.
Okay, so when I got the basket out this morning, I'm digging through, and this unfinished beauty, Darling Buds of May, was in it because about a month ago we had thought we were going to tape. So I had loaded up the basket, and then we didn't, and I just walked away from the basket. Well, I completely forgot all about this. I forgot about the Darling Buds of May. I forgot about my birthday challenge of doing, 6 blackbirds. And I pulled this up and I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? So once I finish this, I'll only have 2 more to do. And I'm hoping to get them done by the end of this year, 2023, because somebody's having a birthday and I'd like to do some more blackbirds
Yeah,
for
that's
another
our plan.
challenge.
That's our
But yeah,
plan.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
But that was
And
a
you
surprise.
changed the colors on this one. You might
See my
not
notes.
remember.
Yes, I did. So I changed Gentle Arts Burlap to Weeks Dye Works Caper, Gentle Arts Grasshopper to Endive, and Gentle Arts Lamb's Wool to Harvest Basket. And it's just, at the time, just stitching with what I had.
But you changed the red too. The
I
pomegranate,
don't
that's
have
not,
notes for that.
I don't think it's pomegranate. That's orangey. And my pomegranate isn't orangey. I just remember we had talked about this. Sometimes when you change one color, like it
Right,
snowballs.
it
And
did.
then you're,
I know it was with the greens.
yeah.
But again, I completely forgot about this whip until this morning. It's all good.
It's all good. It'll get done.
And then I have Yale Coffee House.
So,
I tore this out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I wonder what year this was. Little House
June
Needleworks-
2004.
June 2004. So I had the June 2004 edition, tore it out, said someday I'm going to stitch it, and today's the day. So it is kind of small.
it's cute.
It's on 40 count.
I
I
like it.
started this once on a bigger count, and I thought, how big is this coffee bar going to be? If I'm going to get all the patterns I want, like, they've got to be, like, shrunk down a little bit. So then I switched over, and I like working on 40 count anyway.
Yeah.
So I
me
like
too.
the size of it.
Yeah, it's super cute.
And then I started Star Barks
Uh-huh.
by Plum Street, but I basically just have a coffee bean on it. So I thought, no, not worthy to show. And then, I started the Peacock Manor
Oh, yes.
by
Pansy Patch.
Pansy Patch. And I took a break from it because I was struggling with a variegation issue with one of my overdyed. And so I have frogged that part and restitching it. So I'll share that next time.
I have mine here to show you. This is how far I've gotten. It's so cute. I really love it. I changed the roof color to this brown. I can't even remember right now what it is. Sorry. I just grabbed a brown that looked good. It calls for charcoal, and I didn't have charcoal, and I didn't necessarily like the look of that. So I picked this dark brown instead. And then I think it calls for, is it Cadet? I gotta look.
Cadet.
And my Cadet,
No.
no, Teal Frost. And I didn't have Teal Frost. I was surprised. Either that or it's kitted up with something else. So I had Gentle Arts Peacock, and so I used that for this deeper teal color. And I think it looks great. I like it a lot.
It's a fun stitch.
It is. It's really
And
precious.
Her daughter now is
Yeah.
designing as well.
I can't remember.
Blueberry?
It's blackberry, blueberry. I don't know. Blueberry Ridge. That sounds familiar, but
We will add it to the comments.
yeah,
We'll add it at the bottom.
yeah,
But a super sweet designs, and they're colorful, and they're just happy. They're just happy.
which
So
we love.
there will be more someday
Right.
going into my basket.
Right. Well, I have some whips. Once I just got my stitchy self going with my niece, I just started kind of going crazy. So, the finishes that I showed you, and I just really wanted to start Awake My Soul by Lottie Da. I've wanted to do this one forever, and so I just decided I was going to. So this is how far I am, which is pretty amazing. I was on a roll.
Both of us are pretty smitten with La Di Da.
Yeah.
We That might be a stitch along, like pick a la-di-da and let's go. You know, because we both
love.
Yep.
We love la-di-da. And then I just really wanted to start this. This is Heartstring Samplery, a plant of rapid growth. And I knew that I had this pattern and I had gotten the threads when I got the pattern. So it had just been kind of sitting and waiting. And I was like, you know what? I just want to stitch that. So I started it.
Yeah, I owned the pattern too, and I was overwhelmed because I'm like, I am not going to start a big pattern like that. You know, I'm thinking Lily's, what's her
Oh yeah, like consider the lilies.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm looking at the design. I wasn't paying attention to the information on the back, but I did purchase. And I said, okay, someday when I want to do something big like this, you know, consider the lilies some type of item. I will pull this one out
because we think it looks really big.
I thought it was going to be just ginormous.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Let me put my mug.
Right? Yeah, it's so sweet. Look at that. This is on 40 count. Vintage Light Exemplar by Lakeside.
I'd been over here and she was almost done with the frame. I said, you didn't count something right. Like,
wait a minute.
It's supposed to be way bigger than that. And I sat down with the pattern and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness. Was I off? Like I was thinking it was going to just be like, you know, where am I going to put that?
Yeah.
Where's the wall space?
It's just this sweet little ditty.
There's
so
my
now,
hand. There's my hand.
Don't you want to pull it out?
I had no idea.
I know. I didn't either, honestly. But gosh, I love it. It's so sweet. And it's really fun to stitch. So, yeah, I've been working on that.
That might be a 2024 for me.
Okay.
No,
the reds in here are orangey, the called for.
Oh,
I can't remember what that. Let me look. Called for is Red Rocks, and Red Rocks is orangey.
Does have a little bit of an orange tinge. Yeah.
And in referring back to Sherry's discussion on color, she talked a lot about warm colors and cool colors. And when it comes to red, I am cool all the way. Right. I prefer a bluer red over an orangey red.
Every time.
Every time. Every time. So I switched my red out to
my favorite.
Lancaster. Lancaster Red by Weeks. Because that just worked for me better. Yeah, if I can get it out. Yeah. So we went this direction instead, and I love it. It's looking really pretty on the piece. So, yeah.
Yeah,
once again,
I was stunned at the size. I'm serious. That is one that really threw me off. I thought,
surprise! I know it is surprising. And then, just can't have enough starts. Not that I don't have a basket full of projects that need me to come back to them. I was in the mood for Satsuma Street. I just think that Jody Rice does a phenomenal job with color. Like, whoa. Gorgeous. How can you not just be like totally drawn to that? And I've had this for quite a while, like years. And I just thought, you know what? I want to start this. I'm not doing the whole piece together though. I want to make them into little pillows. So I grabbed my 32 count Heartland.
Picture
this
plus. You're gonna need
plus.
more of it.
Heartland Lugana. And I
Look
started the mushrooms. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. So it'll be this one right here up in the corner. That's the one I'm working on right now. And I just did all of that, was it yesterday?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Super fun. Super fun. Beautiful chart. Yeah. Otoño. I think that's how you would say it. Otoño?
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming means autumn in
Italian?
Maybe. Anywho. So I started that. And last night, oh,
now,
this one, I have I have a few DMCs that I need to get that I don't have, and so I was kind of stalled out, and I'm just like, oh, gotta go to the store for that. So let's start this because why not?
It's New Start October,
right? Good gravy. You would think it was my birthday now. So, When the Leaves Fall, Blackbird. And I am working on...
Oh, it's right on the cover, too.
It is,
yeah,
but this picture's
this
better.
is a better one. It's right on the cover.
It is. Ta-da! This little cutie pie. I just love it. What is this one called? Tiny Pumpkin.
There you go.
Very fitting. And so I started it last night on the toweling.
The black toweling.
Yep. And there's my little start. With those little acorns, cute. Love it. So there you have it.
Stitchery Nook. That's where you get your toweling.
That's where, yeah. That's where I got my toweling. This is our favorite place, the Stitchery Nook. It's amazing. And it's very reasonable.
Yeah,
So,
it's interesting. You were there 2 days ago. I was there yesterday.
well, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So my husband knew of this little coffee shop in this little country town called Green, Iowa, that he'd heard about that had really good baked goods. And so my parents-in-law live in a retirement community, and there's a couple there. It's their daughter that owns this little coffee shop.
Oh, I didn't know that was the connection.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And-
makes it even cooler.
Yeah. And so she owns this coffee shop in Green. It's a tiny little country farm town. And it's, I don't know, like 45 minutes from here maybe. And we just thought it'd be kind of a fun little drive. And he was off on Friday. Of course, I'm going back to work tomorrow. And so he's like, you want to just go to this little coffee shop. And so we had planned to go the next morning. We got in the car and drove to Green, and it is so cute. It's called the Black Sheep Coffee Bar.
Not bar.
Right? Bar. Yeah. It's so cute. And so we go in, and they must have had like a ton of people come in that morning. I mean, we were there before 10 o'clock, and they were kind of cleaned out of their baked goods, and we were bummed because we really wanted to try to have options. But then at the same time, I had told him before we got there, I'm like, it's going to be a tough decision. We're going to have a hard time deciding. So that kind of helped us because there wasn't a lot to choose from. So it made that easy. So their coffee was delicious. I had a sugar-free caramel latte. It was amazing. And I had some sort of it just said apple.
Oh,
It had
exactly what you're talking
apple
about.
filling, and it had
It's like a strudel.
it
It's a
was
strudel.
like a strudel.
And how do I know that? Because I went yesterday.
So we went Friday, and I told Anita about it, and then she went on Saturday with her husband.
Yep.
So
Yesterday.
yeah, and so it was super. So we just made a day of it. So we're like at the coffee bar, and I'm telling my husband about this consignment shop that my mom had visited in outside of Charles City, and so I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of fun. And then I was like, well, that is on the way to Osage. So, we really could go to the
Snuck that
Stitchery
in.
Nook. So we went to the consignment shop, which hilariously, you plug it into your phone, Google Maps, and you drive along, and we are out in the country. And we pull up. My husband drove right by it. I'm like, no, that's it. It's a house. There is a house. Surrounded by
Somebody's
cornfields.
home.
There's a home. And then behind it, there's this building that they built.
Okay, so it's not like in downtown or anything.
No!
Okay.
It's not in town at all.
It's on somebody's private property.
Yes! In their backyard. I was like, what in the world? This is adding to the adventure.
Right.
So yeah, it was really, and then they had like a garage that they had stuff in too. Yeah, we didn't go in the garage, but we went in the building. I mean, it's got the, open close sign hung on the door. Like you would never guess you were in somebody's backyard when you walk inside of it. But yeah, it was really fun. And they had cute stuff in there. So that was fun. And then we went to the Nook. And I got to buy some fabric.
Yeah, I did some damage there too.
Right?
Yeah,
We had to, because Liz got in some Picture This Plus.
A very large order.
Yes.
Very
that
large
she
order.
had been waiting a year and a half for.
It's substantial.
It is. It was fun to look at and touch. And yeah.
Yep, it was good.
It was good. It was very good. And yeah, afterwards it was hilarious because my husband looked at me and was like, wow, I didn't realize how expensive that fabric is. I was a little nervous when I paid for it, and he's standing there and I'm like, oh dear. I'm like, yeah, linen, it's very expensive.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, got a couple pieces. So we've got some loot to share.
We do. So if you are not into fall, let me just check one thing really quick. Well, I do have a gift. A wonderful friend made this, and there's such I don't even know where to begin. So Chris, thank you. Thank you. This is me all over. I just cannot believe how amazing this
Right.
Ort container is. So people
I
who
can't
know me
either.
knows that I collect Ort containers, and this is my all-time favorite Ort container.
Yeah.
I will carry this with me to every retreat I go to now. Here's another Ort container I got at a rummage sale. We figured out it probably held toothpicks.
Look at that.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, I love it
Thank
so
you.
It's so special.
Right?
It's so special. I've never seen anything like it.
I words escape me. Words escape me.
It's really special. Yes. Love it. Even the barcode, is stitched on the, like a soup label with the barcode. Look at that.
It's all stitched.
It's so cool.
It's all stitched.
I'm in awe. Yeah. You're amazing, Chris. I don't even
Nothing.
know you, and I already knew you were amazing
Nothing.
prior, but that is so awesome.
Thank you. So we're going to, one more.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go into, so Eclectic Possessions, Emily had mentioned on one of her Flosstube videos that she was doing a giveaway with Mad for Minders, and I said, oh, I am totally into minders right now, and I will get into that. I'm like, yes, and it said, even mention, what's a minder that you would like? And I said, the lobster. You're my lobster from Friends, and I won. I don't win anything. I won. And I mean, that was enough. Like, you don't even have to send me anything now. Like, I am good. Just the fact that I know that I won, I'm good. Case closed, done. And then, so I had this great communication back and forth. And so it was hard. So I picked two, but there will be more coming. So here's the two that I chose.
They're cute.
Okay, let me move the needle.
Oh.
So, You're My Lobster, which is resin, and then my wood one for my coffee projects, and it says, I like big cups and I cannot lie. I kept going back to it. I couldn't. It just makes me smile every time. I like big cups and I cannot lie. Who, seriously, and this, she has a whole line of coffee themed wood ones, and I know they will eventually all be mine because they are just adorable as like nobody's business.
Yeah. So cute.
Communication was wonderful. I was just really thrilled. So I just want to thank both Mad for Minders and Emily for hosting and making this opportunity available and winning. I just right. You won. Like, here's my face. I don't even have anything, right? And then I get this. I just can't even believe it. Woo. So.
Yay.
So we've gotten into minders, both of us.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, so, I got a couple from Mad for Minders too. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Mad for Minders. I love owls and coffee. Look at that little cutie patootie. Isn't he precious? Little sleepy owl on the side of a coffee cup. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this, but I love sloths. I feel like they might be my spirit animal because I'm just very sloth-like. This makes me so happy. I can't even tell you. Look at that. Does that not just melt your heart? Oh my goodness. Because we've always talked about how we stitch like a sloth, you know, like just we're just very slow stitchers, you know. I'm slow and methodical with everything.
I just recently saw there's a company out there that has t-shirts for stitchers, and it basically was like, are you on the cheetah team or the sloth team? Like, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what the shirts say. I'm like, I'd have to get the sloth one.
Sloth. We're on the team. We're sloths.
And I'm like, yeah, that's an easy one. So, but I do have some minders to show that I've gotten in many different ways. But we're going to go into the haul section. So if that's not something you're into, we're so glad you joined us. And if not, oh wait, it's a ride. It's a ride. And let's remember, I thought I was at saturation.
Tee. Let's see these minders, girl.
So bad. Okay, so this is how it started. This is how it started. So I was at Acorns and Threads in May for the King's inauguration.
Oh, right.
And I'd gone to Acorns and I picked up this needle minder for my birthday starts. Isn't that just fantastic? Then.
It just got things rolling.
This isn't all my needle minders. These are just, like, I had needle minders I collected a few years ago, for the most part. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Let's get into it today. Right? Anita. Okay, so I have an explanation for this, though. So the top ones, these, I made needle minders out of pins that I already had. So
besides the cake.
Yeah. So this is the one that started this. And then I thought, oh, I need some, I can do this. I can make my own minders. And I love these because it takes things out of the drawer and is something I can use, or I keep near me so I can look at it and remember. Mm-hmm. But this I got at the Tillamook factory. These two were in the dollar bin at Target. The crab at the Oregon coast, I paid like $4 for that at a gift shop when I was there.
And it was a pin?
Mm-hmm. Yep. 3 stitches down in Texas. Made that into a pin. I don't know, just, anything you have that's flat, make it into a pin.
Make it into a magnet.
Make it into a magnet. Right. Make it into a magnet.
Yeah.
Right. And just make sure that you're using the neoprene magnets and not the big black craft magnets.
Yeah. Because the big black ones leave a mark on your fabric.
Mm-hmm. And then these two, okay, this one swears, so I'm not going to read it out loud. This is, forget the she shed, I need a blankety blank barn. I love it. I love it. I don't swear very often, but this magnet does it for me. I love it. I keep it near me. And then this was also a gift. So these two at two different retreats I've been to recently. And then the ones at the bottom are from Gina's Unique Boutique. And there's a story. So, okay. So we have the s'mores. So when my daughter announced her second pregnancy, she had a s'more theme. We got the shark. That's for my grandson. And I will draw that design and he'll color it in. This one it's coffee. And then it reminds me of Holly. And it says, feeling slothy, need a coffee. Now tell me that doesn't need to be a cross stitch. And then Gina sent, this is a gift with the purchase. And then the middle one here is Grammy. And I thought when I became a grandparent, I'd go by Grammy. Well, right now I'm Papa. I'll keep you updated. So this all occurred, and then Emily had her contest, and I'm like, well, I do like binders. And then this happened.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it. So grateful.
Thank you, Mad for Minders.
But a little overboard too. I recognize that. And I do have a couple more minders at home that are here, there, and everywhere that's already on projects. And I can think of two. And you have one.
I have one of them that I can show you. Yes.
Yeah.
So there was, oh gosh, it's been a long time ago. Anita and I were at Shop on State, that thrift store that we love so much in Osage. Yeah. And I saw these earrings and I was really attracted to them, but I wasn't sure if I would wear them or not. And so I was kind of debating on whether I should get them. And then Anita looked at them and said, we could totally make those into needle binders. And so she did, and they're so beautiful. So they're from Bethlehem.
Made of mother of pearl.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be earrings.
Right.
So you can find inspiration for needle minders anywhere.
Yeah. It's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Very dainty.
Very dainty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's on one of my projects at home. So, all right, what else do we have? I have bought fabric. I have a list here from Picture This Plus, Be Stitch Me, and Needle Bling Designs are the three companies that I bought fabric from in the last 3 months. I have also visited 3 shops, and they are, so everything you see is from these four shops. So 3 in person, Be Stitch Me in Moline, Illinois, Fiberworks in Waverly, and Stitchery Nook in Osage. And then I have ordered online with Olivia at Hillside Rookery on Etsy. So
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's at saturation. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Right? It's bad.
Let's see.
Okay,
Let's
so
see some
here's our first one.
Oh yeah,
And we both
got this one.
Oh my goodness! Look at
Isn't that
this.
cute? So.
How do I do it?
All right.
Okay.
So this is from the Stitchery Nook, and I'm trying to remember. I think it was Sue, our friend Susie Reno, who we absolutely love and adore. Paid attention to the frame wall at Stitchery Nook and found that there were several Hog River pieces, and so she loved this one and grabbed it, and then she got a kit for a shepherd's bush piece called Rejoice Rejoice that will fit perfectly in this frame. And so yeah, we were all just like, she suckered us all in, because we all looked at it and went, oh, we love that. So yeah,
So our
we had to
goal
get
is
one
to
too.
find a pattern that would go with this frame.
Yeah,
So
We
really
love it.
sweet design.
so cute.
Yep. So we both have that.
And Hog River is no longer, So to find their frames is really fun. They're just really fun, primitive, cute frames. So had to get that.
Okay.
Okay. It's fun.
Yep. This one, well, this was given to me from our friend Deb by Jardin Privé called Marquise. And she thought I would really enjoy it. And I do, because I had lived in France for 3 years. And I just really like that pattern. So
cute.
Yep. I'm probably going to do the, instead of the pinks and blues, but we'll see.
That would be beautiful.
Was a gift.
French
Your
blue.
Gentleness by Lottie Da, which goes into our
Lottie
collection
Da.
of Lottie Da. I say our because if I don't have some, I'll call her and say, hey, do you have this one?
Yeah.
You know. I have Beans by Plum Street Sampler.
For the future coffee wall.
Just makes me smile. Yeah, it goes right into my coffee bag, which, by the way, I probably need a bigger bag. It's Beans, the magical brew. The more you drink, the more you'll do. I just think it just makes me smile.
Yeah. I had never seen this one before by Plum Street.
No. Here's another coffee one by Ink Circles called Coffee Time. I picked
That's
this up
cute.
in Moline at Stitch Me.
Super cute.
I like the vintagey look of
Yeah.
this one.
And the word coffee at the bottom is really cool. The way that she did that is really nifty.
And then Liz at Stitchery Nook ordered this one for me. It's by the artsy housewife called Coffee and Eggs. I want to start this today. I wanted to start it yesterday.
Yeah.
I love this design.
Yeah.
At first, it was like, at first I'm like, well, that's an interesting pattern. And then the second time I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's 100%. I have to do it. It's adorable.
It's so
Look at
cute.
this. Look at
I love those ginormous eggs. It just cracks me up.
everything about it.
Yeah.
Everything about it. There's not one thing I would change. So this is for my coffee collection. I have Rest a While by Plum Street, and it's got the fox, and you'll find the fox on quite a few of their designs, and my sister just loves foxes, so I don't know, it makes me think of her, and I don't know, I've got plans someday.
Yeah.
I gotta get through the deer and the coffee and the robins.
which are your favorites. Yeah.
At
Oh,
Home
I love this so much.
by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And if you look really closely in the middle of this 3-foot by 3-foot design, it's 2 little robins. And then in the nest, there's like maybe 2 or 3 stitches in a really bright robin egg blue that you can't see here. But when you're looking at the colors that you need to purchase, you're like, now where is that going to go? And it's a it's so in the nest, it's really super bright blue to represent the eggs. But look at that. And it has my deer.
Right?
So does it go on the deer wall or the robin wall? They're just going to have to commingle. They're going to have to flamingle.
Right.
And then Jeanette Douglas has such a way with color and design. And I saw this and I walked away, and I saw it and walked away. Then I carried it around for a while. And then I had Liz hold it for me for a while. And there's no deer, no robins, no coffee. But the colors are gorgeous. They're me. I love this. So I already have this kitted up. There's a few specialty stitches, not too many, but I think this is stunning.
And it's
Everything about it. Joy be thine. Design count is 139 by 206. So it'll be done by, let's say, 2030. It's go 2030. No, I don't know. But 2024. I'm done.
You're starting this.
2023, we're full. And then I found one more pattern as I was going through the treasure trove that you will find at Fiberworks in Waverly. And it's called Call of the Ocean by X Appeal. And it says, or maybe Cross Appeal? X
Yeah, I don't
Appeal?
know.
And it says, once the ocean called my name, my heart was never quite the same. And there it is. And it's the photograph that's attached to the cover. So is there a date?
2003.
Yep, 2003.
20 years.
Yep. But timeless. I love that. So, and then one more.
Isn't this fun?
The other thing that I am at saturation with is project bags. Although I do have great plans, as you all know. My robin bag, my deer bag, yeah, all those bags, yeah, they're still waiting. So this bag comes from Nana Jody 7 on Instagram. And there she is.
So pretty.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
It's a firm bag. More, I don't know, up and down. Not quite square, but
Yeah.
up and down. And with it, she makes these beautiful thread keeps to match. So when you open it, yeah. That's
How
what it looks
cute
like.
is that?
So she doesn't post her bags very often, and when she does,
They're gone.
you need to be fast. Like, yeah, but not very often. But she is such a dear, does such quality work, great communication, great everything, and I am just so thrilled to have this.
It's really pretty.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Gorge.
So, I know.
No.
It's all good.
Oh, well.
It's my happy,
right?
right?
Right. It does. It makes
And
us
somebody said that's two separate things. Stitching and collecting. Stitching and shopping is two different hobbies. That could be true.
Yeah. Could be.
So,
Could be.
all right, what do you have for us?
Well, when I was at the Nook on Friday, I'll just show you quick a couple pieces of fabric that I got, because that's all I got. Because, you know, my husband was standing there. It was, you know. So, I got a piece of 36 count Oaken. A quarter yard of that. And then I got a half yard of 36 count vellum.
This vellum is beautiful.
It is beautiful. I'll just show you a section of it, but really pretty.
It's like a taupey neutral.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
I bought also a smaller piece of the vellum. And then I bought also, one of the pieces I purchased was a 40 count Heartland. And when I got home and went through my basket, I realized I'd already bought 40 count Heartland, 2 different dye lots.
Yeah.
And they're both stunning.
Yeah.
And so I'm so happy,
Yeah.
to have them.
That's the kicker, is that it's never exactly the same. And so if you like it and it's beautiful, get it when you see it and you love it, because it won't be the same later.
Nope.
Yeah. And then I think all of this was from early September when we were at our retreat with friends. So I had to get the wee Santa for this year. Look at him. His
Look at it.
skinny little legs.
I was just going to say, look at his legs.
Word. Those skinny little
But the
legs
colors.
and the colors and the poinsettias. It's just, he's fantastic. So I had to get him.
The red and the blue.
Right? Oh my goodness. I know. I'm looking at him going, ooh, I really need to work on you before Christmas. And then I had to get another row pumpkin row. And it was funny because Anita and I had talked about the tomato row and how you could easily convert that into pumpkins instead of tomatoes. And then, of course, the pumpkin row came out. So it was like, oh, she's on it. She knows what she's doing. October.
I can guess the next one.
I know. I've had some guesses, too. What do you think it is?
Starts with an A.
Oh.
Apples.
Oh, that would be
That'd be
cute.
cool.
Yes.
What's your guess?
Well, I was just thinking of seasons, and I'm like, snowflakes,
Leaves.
hearts. You know, like I was trying to think of like,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
I just wonder. Shamrocks.
Oh.
We'll see.
Oh, I would do that one. For
Easter
sure.
eggs.
Yep.
Yeah. So I bet there's a lot more on the horizon. We'll see.
No.
And and then this one, yeah, she's taking it. I saw this Shakespeare's Peddler one. I think this was probably in a Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine that I don't have, but I just love this. Of course, I love Teresa, but I love this. So I was like, ooh, add this to my patriotic pile. I think the pins just look so cute in it too. I love it. Love it.
You'll finish that lickety sloth. It's gonna be my new term.
Oh yeah, lickety sloth. I love it.
Not lickety split, lickety sloth.
Speaking of la-di-da, this is the one Anita's
This is the one I want.
This one, our friend Kathy stitched and showed us her finish, and I was just like, oh, that's beautiful. So that sold it for me. I may do some color changes. So to be continued on that, but it's la-di-da, mercy. Of course, look at that peacock.
Lori.
I'm such a huge peacock fan, so
Lori is so talented.
she is. She's amazing. I have a true confession. I've never stitched a strawberry before. And I've looked at some blackbird ones that I've wanted to stitch but haven't yet. And the queen of strawberries, I think, is Erica Michaels. Well, Linda. The designer of Erica Michaels. But this pattern I have loved this for a really long time, and I saw it at the Nook and I was like, you know what? I just think I need to get this one.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Seize the day.
Right?
Yep.
Goodwill to Men.
Yep.
It's done in Weeks Dyeworks Fathom, which is a beautiful navy blue, and it just, I don't know. I just am so drawn to that. So very excited about that. There's a little berry that goes with it. And so, yeah.
Stunning.
Right? Oh, I love it. So I got that. And this one I have wanted since it first came out. This is so, I love it so much. The colors are so amazing. And of course, the sentiment just speaks to my heart. God is Good by Sweet Wing Studio.
Yeah, you have it kitted.
I do. I've got threads back here. So not all of them, but
This would be a sweet one with the button to use.
with the button.
The-
With the needle minder,
With the needle minder.
that Anita made. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be sweet.
that would be sweet. Yeah. So can't wait to start that. And then I just think this is so sweet. I love it so much. I love Tiny Modernist. This one is called A Stitcher's Heart. And I love those colors. Yeah, love it. She's got really great instructions too. It's beautiful. So, yay! Hope to make that someday.
Well,
There you have it.
that is it. Okay, we are at about an hour and 15 minutes. They say don't apologize, but I should have told you guys to grab a drink at the beginning.
We knew it'd be a long one.
3 months though.
Right.
3 months.
We're
so,
catching up.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
So it won't be 3 more months. We don't believe.
Right. Yeah.
October.
We don't think so.
We'll try to get one more in this year.
Oh yeah. I think we'll get more than one. That's my guess. But
Yeah, and we're coming up, or we're right around our 6-year anniversary.
yeah.
Our Flosstube.
I feel like it's past. I feel like it was in October.
It's right around.
We are in October.
See?
I'm confused.
Wouldn't it be ironic if it was today? But I feel like it was in October.
I feel like it is today.
Mm.
Wouldn't that be something? How funny. Oh my goodness, 6 years.
6 years.
That's insane. And we only have 36 videos to show for it. So, for you,
What can you say?
for
6 a
those
year.
who have known us all along, thanks for being here.
Thank you so
And
much.
all the new folks, thank you. Oh, I wanted to do a quick shout out. When I was at the Stitchery Nook on Friday, I met Gina and Marlene. And Gina lives in California and Marlene lives in Illinois. They connected online during the pandemic and got each other through the pandemic by Zooming and stitching together. Marlene has no friends. None of her friends are interested in stitching. So she doesn't have any stitchy friends to stitch with at all. And Gina doesn't have an LNS that she lives close to. And so these gals, bless their sweethearts, they met in person for the very first time and came to the Stitchery Nook. And it was just a joy to meet them. What sweet gals and such a sweet friendship. It just touched my heart. So hello to Gina and Marlene if you're watching. It was so exciting to meet you at the Stitchery Nook. I'm so thrilled that you came and they wanted to watch a video of the Nook before they came to visit and found our video. And so they watched it and yeah, just super fun. And then they got to come up and see it in person. So.
And it's just another example of how amazing the Stitchy community is.
Yeah.
Just another example.
Right. So special. There's just nothing like a Stitchy buddy.
So,
Well, my friends.
Yep. Until we see you again,
Remember,
shine,
sparkle, and stitch. Bye, everybody.
Bye.